Well, folks, we've got the bike helmets on. We're doing sketchy shit. Well, folks, I have made it up here to the off-grid property once again. I managed to escape and get up here. It's about 5 o'clock on a Friday. I've got the coolest boss in the world. It doesn't always make me, pull the 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 type crap. I'm back up here, ready to put in another weekend worth of work. I've started kind of moving some rocks already. Made it up here in two-wheel drive in the Passport, which was, kind of an accomplishment that I was hoping to pull off. And didn't have to do too many, 3-point turns and stuff. It's cool to check in on all my piles. I can just see right away that none of them creeped away on me, which is awesome. That's big news. I was a little bit worried about them all week, as anybody probably should be. My goal is to get some of these piles that I burned last week and rake them off, and then get to where I can drive my car up on that main platform up there and camp up there instead of being camped down here on the road this week. So Brandon, my cousin's showing up here later. That's gonna be freaking awesome. He's my first official guest, so we'll be kicking back some bourbon and colas, maybe having some s'mores and some chili dogs, it sounds like. Susie Girl will be hanging out with his dog Pippa, and it's gonna be a great time. Can't wait to have another great weekend, man. Check it out. What do you think? Oh, Susie Goose. Oh, Susie cute. Yeah, do you love the woods? Go get him, man. Let's go get him. Doggy. Alright, real talk. Safety chainsaw shafts. Are they important? Very much so, because out here we're like 40 minutes from town. It'd be a long drive to bleed out and try and get your ass to a hospital if you made a simple mistake and ran the chainsaw chain across your leg. The way the Kevlar fibers in this are designed, they get into the sprocket of the chain and literally stop the motor on a compression stroke to where it will not continue and cut through. So it's not like a pair of blue jeans. You need them, especially if you're off grid and you're not just a short drive down the road. It's a pertinent piece of safety equipment. So get yourself some. Well, folks, we've got the bike helmets on. We're doing sketchy shit. We've got to deal with this freaking cluster of trees that's right in our way where we'd like to put a cabin eventually. We've got a nice, luxurious 8-foot tow strap. Thinking of which, I might have one in my car, so I should look. But we got this cluster of trees, and it's not too pretty. This is actually the top of a tree, and the base is at the top because it broke out of a really monstrous tree over there and stabbed down into the ground somehow. But this one is also a big monstrous tree, and it's hung up all the way up there. So we're gonna try and take this one out first. We're gonna try and do the same thing with this one last big one that we've got. We're gonna clean up all this crap that we got on the ground now first, so we can have a good area to work. So here we go. This is our little redneck ingenuity invention. We've got 2 ratchet straps, one of them pretty much just spanning the gap. Then we've got a tow strap wrapped around that's not even, long enough really to hardly go around a tree, let alone give us some safety margin. So we got these safety straps tied off to this tree so we can come all the way back here, work this ratchet, and give tension to the base of the stump, pulling the base of the stump towards us, which hopefully will push the top of the tree the other direction. Clearing up this pad. We're deciding that we're gonna get rid of these dead trees while we can before we get any building structures in here. So we got this leaner. Brandon's gonna give her a pull. Hopefully she'll just fall down. She's barely hanging on there. She's wiggling. Oh, there she goes! Timber! Got scared because I realized, like, if you fuck this up there, that could get your car.
I know, I was thinking that too. Perfect. Keep going.
Almost like I knew what I was doing.
Oh, I knew that was gonna
I was
happen.
worried about that.
Okay.
Well, we'll deal with that tomorrow.
Get out of here, dog.
What do you think, Brandon? Tacos after a nice long day of work?
Absolutely. Love it.
So here's kind of the potential cabin site. We dropped this little guy last night. Then we accidentally hung this one up right before we decided to quit for the day. So I'm gonna deal with that one real quick here in the morning after we're done eating breakfast. And then I've got kind of a stakeout right about there, right about there, there, and there. And that might be the eventual little cabin site A-frame facing that direction. Campfire ring going. Sunday morning we're going to take down this leaner that we hung up last night. Make the area safe again. We got our ratchet strap tied to the same tree. We're going to try and post most of the way through it when the curve starts to shut. Pull out the saw, get out of there, and then try and ratchet it the rest of the way over. It seems to be working pretty good. Bring my cars in, baby. way too well.
Yeah, it did.
Fairly nasty stuff. We managed to get it down safely, just like the other ones. Feel pretty good about the weekend. And yeah, we're gonna get this thing hooked up. Leave the area. Well, I should have tried to film more of us getting our four corners kind of situated here. They're not perfectly in place, they're not perfectly level. They're just kind of eyeballed into place. We did measured the diagonals. They're real close. These stumps are interior. We'll have to cut those flat, but I'm kind of wanting to wait and see if I can cut them about flush with some floor joists. Give us some added foundational support. Our top corner is going to be this big ass rock that's in the ground, and we're pretty much just going to come square. We might try and mill into it with a little cement bit and put one of these little top brackets on it. This earlier in the week had trees deadfalled all over it. We got a bunch of stuff picked up and cleaned out. Little walkway down to our campsite. I think it's looking great. It's windy up here this week. We're about to take off, get out of here for the weekend, and or for the week. I'll be back up here next weekend, and I'll be making another video then, I'm sure. So see you guys then.